when a gunner fought through hell to save a friend. Smoke thickened the sky above the ruins of Adira 9, the once thriving colony now reduced to rubble and screams. Sergeant Cole Harland, gunner of the 17th Orbital Drop Unit, crouched behind a crumbled wall, his plasma repeater humming low. His breathing was ragged, but his mind stayed razor-focused. He had a mission: get to Sergeant Marco Reyes, his squad mate, his brother-in-arms, and get him out alive. 3 hours earlier, their unit had been ambushed during a recon op. Something had gone wrong. Their comms were jammed, extraction was denied, and Reyes had stayed behind to cover their retreat. The last thing Cole heard was Reyes screaming through the static, "I'll hold them off. Don't come back." But Cole didn't leave men behind. Not Reyes. Fire and steel. Cole moved through the shattered remains of the outer city, ducking under twisted steel beams and hopping over scorched corpses. His mind flashed to Reyes, the man who once dragged him out of a crashed evac pod under sniper fire on Terra K. They had history, thick with blood and loyalty. He remembered how Reyes talked about his daughter, Lila, and how he promised to come home. That promise was still alive, and Cole intended to keep it for him if Reyes couldn't. The night crept in as the alien sky turned from orange to black. Cole checked his motion scanner. Blips. For hostiles closing in. He slid into the shadows. The enemy below. The hostiles weren't human. The Tsar, bipedal monsters of bone armor and acidic spit. They moved in packs, and they hunted like wolves. Cole had seen what they did to prisoners. If Reyes had been taken, he shook the thought from his head. Reyes was alive. He had to believe it. Cole stalked the creatures, skirting their patrol route until he found a hatch leading underground. A trail of blood, fresh, led down into the darkness. Without hesitation, he slipped in, the heavy door groaning behind him. Underground, the world was different. Tunnels dripped with alien ichor. Strange symbols pulsated along the walls in an eerie blue glow. It wasn't just a hideout, it was a nest. The prisoner. The deeper Cole moved, the louder he could hear it. Whispers, not human. Not Tsar either. Some unholy resonance filled the air, vibrating in his bones. He found Reyes in a pit, bound in thick mucus, pale and unconscious. The moment Cole dropped down to cut him free, a screech pierced the cavern. The Queen. A grotesque tower of limbs and exoskeleton, eyes like molten knives. She lunged. Cole rolled, firing bursts into her carapace. The round slowed her, but didn't stop her. He dragged Reyes out of the pit, shielding him with his own body as the Queen screamed. He fired a thermite grenade into her gaping maw. The explosion rocked the chamber, and the Queen shrieked in agony, collapsing in flames. But it wasn't over. The betrayal. As Cole carried Reyes through the tunnels, he heard footsteps, human ones. "Freeze," came a voice. Soldiers. Earthborn. His own unit? No. The insignia was wrong. Private security, Black Helix Corporation mercenaries. "What are you doing here?" Cole demanded, lowering Reyes gently. "You weren't supposed to come back," the commander said coldly. Reyes knew something. About Helix's deal with the Tsar. "We arranged the ambush to tie off loose ends." Cole's blood froze. "You set us up." "Correction. We set him up. You just don't know when to die." They raised their rifles. Cole dropped a smoke grenade, grabbed Reyes, and vanished into the shadows. He ducked into a side tunnel as bullets tore through the air. Reyes stirred in his arms. "Cole," he croaked. "Shut up and live, brother. Just for a bit longer." The gauntlet. Every step to the surface was a race against time. The tunnels twisted like a maze, filled with alien creatures, and now, corporate mercs hunting him like prey. Reyes, weak but alive, whispered, "There's a dropship on the East Ridge. It's hidden." Cole nodded. "Then that's where we're going." He fought through hell. The last tunnel collapsed behind them. Cole's gun overheated. Reyes was barely conscious. The final sprint was across open terrain, riddled with sniper drones and acid rains. They made it to the ridge. The dropship was there, camouflaged, shielded. But the Black Helix team had followed. The last stand. As Cole opened the hatch, the mercenaries emerged from the trees, rifles raised. He pushed Reyes inside the dropship and turned to face them. You want him? You'll have to kill me first. The commander stepped forward. You're not a hero, Harland. You're a problem. Cole smirked. No. I'm a gunner. He hit the ignition on the remote turret, one he'd quietly deployed as they fled. It sprang to life, cutting down the mercs with precise blasts. Cole ducked into the ship, bullets chasing him. The ramp closed just as a final explosion lit the sky behind them. Reyes coughed weakly, smiling. You came back. Cole sat beside him, breathless, bloodied. Damn right I did. They made it off, but the war was far from over. Black Helix's betrayal went deeper than they imagined. Reyes had proof, encrypted files inside his neural implant. Proof that Earth's largest security company was trafficking in alien tech, selling out colonies in secret deals. The fight wasn't over, but they had survived hell. And now they had a war to win. Would you like a dramatic narration script version or an audio-style retelling next?